Hold up, let me teach you about Saturn. Saturn, the sixth planet in a solar system, about 12 times the size of Earth, with an atmosphere full of helium and hydrogen. Compared to the rest, it's got no nitrogen, about 72,000 miles wide. It's got thin rings of icy rocks around its side. The rings aren't just ice, it's a racetrack in the skies. Now, let me spill some advice. Travel essentials you'll need for this trip include oxygen, water, and some food. But don't worry, honey, it's all included in your complimentary spaceship. You'll need a heat suit, which will provide the average temps about minus 270, but you'll survive. We've got heated pools for your pleasure. Other planets just don't measure to the vacation you'll receive when you come to Saturn. We've got 62 moons that are really large. Take a trip to them, it's free of charge. Our day is 10 hours and my icy rings have power. My year is 24 Earth years. Come to Saturn and all your fears will disappear.
Uranus, it's the seventh planet from the sun. And if you go there, it's really, 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 really fun. Uranus is the coldest planet of them all. It's got a sideways tilt so it looks like a sideways ball. It's got 27 moons, the biggest one's Titania, 13 dark rings that are bigger than California. There's one little spot, yet it's bigger than a yacht. There aren't any trees, but those are some things to see. Now, Uranus and Earth don't have much in common, but what they do have is they're both really bombing. They're both pretty old, but 4.5 billion years, and they're both shaped like big round spheres. They both orbit around the sun, and they've done it a ton. However, comparing the size of Uranus and Earth is like comparing a malt and a baby in birth. Uranus, it's super cold, minus 300 degrees Fahrenheit, but that's not why it's big, blue, and bold. The reason it's blue is because of the methane. It's got helium and hydrogen. Isn't that insane? It's got real strong winds, so make sure you can't see no skin, and that's the weather of Uranus. If you decide you want to go there, just make sure you're prepared. You want a computer and you're going to want a heater. You're going to need some food so you're in a good mood. You're going to want a radio in case you stub your toe or die. You're going to need some fuel, although don't bring a mule. You're going to need some light if you want any sight. You're going to need plants followed by some pants. Lastly, you're going to need the toilet. Also an oxygen tank, but for all those things, you'll need some money from the bank. The length of the day is 17 hours, okay? The length of the year is 84 days here. If you want to go there, it'll only take 9.5 short years. William Herschel discovered the planet. This probably isn't true, but his middle name was Janet. One last thing is that it's 1.787 billion miles from the sun, so come to Uranus and have some fun.
Yo, my name's Neptune and I look like a blue balloon. If you wanna visit me, you best not run, 'cause I'm 500 million miles from the sun. Oh! I got 14 moons and all you do is be jealous, 'cause I got methane in my atmosphere. I also got hydrogen and helium as well, and I'm named after the Roman god of the sea. Well, gee! It would take 12 years to get to me from Earth. That might be even more work than giving birth. I've got 16 hours in my day, and my year is 165 Earth years. I got 5 rings around me and I sing while I'm on them. I was discovered because I messed up Uranus's orbit. But the one problem with visiting me is I got a negative 340 degree temp. You would die.
Yo, I'm gonna teach you about Jupiter. Let's hope it doesn't make you any stupider. It's the 5th planet in the solar system. It has 4 large moons and many more. It also has a huge storm on its floor. 12 years is how long it takes to orbit the sun. Come on, I'm cool, so sing, it's fun. 10 hours is how long its day is. Jupiter from the sun is 779 million kilometers away. Made of hydrogen and helium, this gas giant is so premium. In 1610, Galileo Galilei realized he discovered a new planet right before his telescope's eyes. He decided to name the biggest planet that's 139,822 kilometers wide. After the most important god, that is, when you're traveling to Jupiter, it takes 43 minutes by speed of light. But warning, it might be a bumpy flight. When you get there, it might be cold, so you'll need a coat and mittens that aren't old, an oxygen tank, and maybe a heater, so you won't get a cold or a fever. Let's not forget about the great red spot. That's been a storm that goes on forever. That's a lot. Daily temp will be negative 234 degrees. That's really cold, so come on if you dare, please. When you get there, you can read Jane Eyre, visit the moons without any loons. Jupiter is big, it can fit 1,321 Earths in it, and that's no rig. Its atmosphere is made of hydrogen, so you'll never be able to live there. And partially ammonia, sulfur, methane, and water vapor. Guess they won't be making skyscrapers. We have a hotel that's really cool and a really cool Jupiter pool. What's so interesting about this planet is that it's has close-in rings that orbit around it. So thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Jupiter and I hope to see you in its orbit.
Yo, 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 it's your girl Venus. I rotate from east to west, so I'm very different from the rest. On Venus, you can watch volcanoes. Their lava flows there are so insane. Oh! On Venus, you can get your tan on. For 60 degrees, even order a Cinnabon. You'll need a cooling towel to stand the heat. No service up there, so you won't be able to tweet. You will definitely need to bring your oxygen tank. Hopefully, you won't need to transport your blood bank. Venus is known as Earth's twin. It's so hot, you'll need a suit to protect your skin. Venus and Earth are similar in size. They're both quite deep in the night skies. Venus and Earth are also very distant. Earth has a moon, but Venus's is non-existent. Venus's atmosphere is so thick it's always cloudy. There's sulfuric acid drops, so don't be pouty. Venus's atmosphere is full of carbon dioxide. It's so big you will need a tour guide. Venus is 108 million kilometers from the sun. The math is all said and done. It would take you 3 to 5 months to get to the planet. It's a good thing Magellan took time to scan it. Venus has no moons, but if they did it, they'd be bigger than balloons. Its core is made of iron and rock. You could be the first to take a spacewalk. Venus was discovered in ancient times. Today, it would make it to the primes. Venus was named for the goddess of beauty and love, as glorious as the heavens above. Venus's greenhouse effect traps its heat. It's even hot enough to roast some meat. Venus's rotation takes 243 days, less than other planets because of the sun's rays. It takes 225 days for Venus to orbit the sun. I guess time flies by when you're having lots of fun. You may die on Venus, but at least you'll have some cleanness, so enjoy your vacation there because Venus is very rare. Venus out.